say it, I am alone. Maybe I have mic, but I think you're so many of you. Say that in the same loud tone, please. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Mother Teresa said, or somewhere in Bible it is written, my apologies. Everything happens for the good of man. When the program was given to me earlier, my time was 2 o'clock. And I was saying to myself, yes, 2 o'clock means people are half eating, half asleep. So this is a good time to start. Thank you very much. Why coaching is required and what is the science of coaching? What is the leadership essentials and how do we manage the future? And what is the rolling horizon for us? That's what I'm going to cover quickly. I have limited time, I know. I'll try to live within that because I am one person who teaches time management and my wife says, "Pehle apne aap ko to sikha lo." Yeah. This is the ICF definition of coaching, which is a very meaningful and very powerful thing for us to take away. Partnership with the client. Coach is not a superior. Some of the coaches I have known, they feel like a superior body than the client. Now that's absurd. We are partner in business. We are having a same purpose. And that purpose is to transform the leader and through the leader the organizations. That's my motto is. And I believe in one slogan which I picked up from a Penn State University professor, that is, progressive improvement is always better than postponed perfection. I repeat, progressive improvement is always better than postponed perfection. Don't wait for the perfection to come. He says, start, do something, improve on that, and that's what Japanese would like to call Kaizen. Kaizen is the method. So, partnering with the client slowly, gradually, with what purpose? To inspire to maximize their personal and professional potential. Where did I get hooked onto coaching? I'll give you the incident. I was learning coaching and a demonstration was going on with me, with the coach, that trainer, and she just asked me a question. Because I said, to 2 questions, I said, I don't know. I don't know. And most of the people, when you coach, they have a tendency to say that. And the moment I said, I don't know, she said, Gopal, if you were to know, what would you do? And that's what floored me. That's what hooked me to coaching. I said, I must learn this art of questioning people so that their potential comes out, so that they start thinking. Because coaching is a process of thinking. And now, this is coming from Marshall Goldsmith. Basic inspiration comes from him. This famous book called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. The 20 habits are listed in that. And what is, I have noticed in my practice with the various clients who are leaders, and that is these 5, building partnership. I heard some of the panelists right now talking about that people don't like to talk to each other. How will partnership take place if people are not talking to each other? It's an interaction that we have to do within us. So, and then sharing leadership. I have acquired the chair, it is mine, it will remain mine, and it will continue to be mine till I die. Now that's absurd. It's good. I have also known our organizations where every year they have a business unit and the business unit changes. Business unit head changes. How do you like that? That is what sharing leadership is. Thinking globally but acting locally. That's the slogan I think most of you must have heard. Think globally. How the world is actually reacting or acting in today's space. And appreciating diversity. I think since morning we have been listening quite a bit of it. And I agree with ma'am who asked the question, ADHD, HD and all that, slow learners. These are some of the potentials who are certainly sometimes ignored in the diversity stage. And other one is developing technology savvy. Particularly elderly people who start graying, or who have already grayed people like me, they loathe technology. They say, "Humko nahi sikha." We don't need to learn. It's okay now. I can do it with the hand, it's enough. But that's not the reality. Youngsters are learning it, but how technically savvy they are, how much they know about AI, how much they know about ChatGPT, this is something which is still a question mark. And so why coaching? Why should a leader be coaching? Yes, sir.
Sorry, the earlier slide, what is P, S and P?
Okay. P stands for personal. These are our terminology. Okay. Personal, team, and strategy. These points refer to those.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. That means you are paying attention, sir. I am obliged to you. So why coaching? Why coaching? Because leadership coaching. It's very lonely there. Some of you who may have acted as a CEO or has interacted with an CEO, you know how lonely they are. They can't talk to anybody for certain things. As a youngster, when I was in school, I used to hear stories. Such and such king went to his wife to ask a question about the state affairs and all that. And we used to laugh amongst friends. This man is the king. He can make a decision. Why doesn't he? Why he has to go to his wife? Today I understand the meaning. I do that myself. Because that lady, not being involved in the process, has a very different perspective than the king himself or herself would have. The leaders need to talk. So who's that person they can talk to? The coach. Because coach, we are under oath. When some of you are ICF accredited coaching, you know one of the first fundamental is ethical. That we are not supposed to tell stories about one client to another client and vice versa. So coach is a very safe place, psychology safety, where the leader can share their views and ideas. So being lonely there and very threatening also and very scary also. Secondly, the emotional regulation. They are human beings. No leader I have come across who is not a human being. You agree? So if they are human beings, they have emotions. And if they have emotions, ups and downs are necessary. They will get their anger. They will, howsoever we may later on tell them that getting angry is to punish yourself for the fault of others and all that gyan that we give. But it doesn't really help them unless they speak out about the realities. So third one is the strategy planning. Strategy is something with which they take or move the organization from one stage to another stage. And they need to form that. It is one of their job duties. Very essential part of the job duty. So if they don't do that strategy, they will not be able to implement that. The execution will not take place. Mr. Ramcharan is not required if the strategy is not really in place. So then coach becomes an accountability partner because the coach at the end of a session would always give them a work to do list. My coaching, I will never leave a client with just sort of, okay, it's all right, this is what I asked, you answered, you asked me, I answered. It's not that way. They must have a homework to do. And in the next session, they must report back what have they done about the homework. I'll tell you a story. I was coaching a person, very high general manager level. And 2 sessions, he came to me with this. So have you done the action plan that you agreed to do last week? No, sir, I didn't get time. Second time also said that. Third time when he said that I didn't get time, I said, sir, I folded my book. I said, sir, please tell me one thing. May I ask you? He said, yeah. How am I contributing to your growth? Question mark. Ever since that was the last time he ever said that I have not done my homework. After that, everything was done. Only one question, how am I didn't insult him. I didn't sort of, rebuke him. I didn't say, didn't give the Gyan session, you must do blah, 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 blah. No. I said, how am I contributing to your growth? Just tell me that. If I'm not required. Why are you paying me? That was the question. So, accountability partner has that responsibility and coach becomes that. A very important factor. Resilience we have already talked with. And this is that punch bag kind of thing where the leader can punch us. They can throw their ideas, explore it, and they can really go deep into that. And we are those toys with which they get the knock. We don't get knocks. We only say, all right, there's a merit in this question. Let us see what we can do together. What is the science of coaching? Coaching is done this is two parallel lines which go, and they are connecting, like the planks in the railway track. One is called the transactional coaching, where the coach sets the goal, action plan, and when the client actually does some actions, they learn in the process. Their being emerges. They become something different because they've learned something more. And with that new learning, they act more vigorously or mirrored in a different fashion. And this journey continues. Our aim as a coach is to transform this person to make him or her better than he or she was yesterday. If I not done that, I'm not a coach. This is what is the transactional coaching and transformational coaching have to go hand in hand together. And what are the leadership essentials? Once again, my mentor, my guru, my trainer, Marshall Goldsmith comes handy. He has given us 3 parameters, just 3 fundamentals of essentials. And all of you, whatever is your status, whatever is your relationship, please remember these 3 principles. They are as good for coaches as good for anybody in the world, even for students. What are those? Courage, humility, discipline. It's not either or. It's not one of them. It is plus. Courage. Ability and strength to say or do what is required to be done. I'm not a politician. I don't believe in politics. I don't believe anybody. But Modi ji, as a practitioner of this, he does what is required to be done for the betterment of the country. There are other leaders also. Whatever is required to be done, do it. Leader has to really get that done. If it is necessary, do it. Whatever may be the outcome, doesn't matter. Do it. That is leadership. That is what courage is. Humility. But do it with grace, humbleness, politeness. Don't leave that grace, please. Courageous, yes, but with humility. And the last one is a leader who is not disciplined. I would never like to call him a leader. Anushasan, which we call in Hindi, is a very essential part of it. Why Amitabh Bachchan is Amitabh Bachchan, most of you may know him. Why? Not that he's my favorite. I have been seeking opportunity to shake hands with him, didn't get it one. Why? Because of his discipline. There were so many contemporaries, perhaps better actor than him. Where he scored? On his discipline part. He is 5 minutes earlier than the meeting time, even before the custom or the other person has come. And somebody asked him, why do you come early, sir, when you know that the other person is not going to come? He said, because I know his time, my time is precious, his time is also precious. Just a minute, sir. And what do you manage the future? Lead with wisdom. Visioning is one important aspect of all leaders. Think what is required to be done in future. Not only one, this is part of the strategy thinking also. What is required to be done today? What is required in 5 years now? What is required to be 10 years now? I have been going as visiting faculty to Narsi Monji and some other colleges also, Indian Education Society and even Wellinkar. My first question to those students is, what do you want to see 20 years from now? Just remember that. What do you want to see 20 years from now? At our ages, whatever your age is, at least have a goal. What do you want to see yourself 10 years from now? 5 years from now? Have a goal. That is a vision. And then do your best to rephrase it, to redo it, to plan ahead and whatever you want to do. If you achieved early, set another goal. That's the rolling horizon I talked about. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to me. These are the, I wanted to cover these 20 ineffective habits, which are written in the, Dr. Marshall Goldsmith's book. But, stay away from this stating no, but, however, kind of thing, negativity, excessive need to be me. We are okay, but we are not all. So remember that. Other people also have ideas and brains and all that. So thank you very much for listening to me. God bless you all. Take good care of yourself.
Maybe we will take off the stage because of